Two brothers come on the scene. The elder brother's name is Bill and he gives the paper boat to his younger brother. Bill's younger brother takes this paper boat out to play in the rain. Then his paper boat goes into the creek flowing in the rainwater. When the kid heads to that creek to search for his boat, Pennywise's real-life clown appears before us for the first time. Pennywise demonstrates his trick by asking the kid to return his paper boat. He bites the child's hand as it approaches. The child has been missing since this incident. No one knows where it has gone. After that, a boy named Mike appears. He is in the sheep shelter and is told to shoot the sheep. He is unable to do it. But considering it a family business, they needed to do so. Then we observe the school students in the school. There is a girl named Beverly who is teased a lot by the people in her class. All the kids are happy with the start of summer vacations. And there is also a woman who comes to the spot to search for her missing daughter. There was also a boy named Henry who was rude. And he used to tease Bill and the rest of his friends. Beverly also has a close friend Ben. Returning home, Bill is scolded by his father because Bill thought his younger brother was still alive. He says, after falling into the drain, he would reach the sewer line passing through it. But his father explains, stop doing this because his younger brother is no more. While delivering the meat, Mike notices a door, where he finds something mysterious in the back. The place is filled with screams and many hands are visible behind the door. Suddenly, the door opens and Mike encounters the Pennywise. Meanwhile, Henry comes over to tease Mike and leaves. A friend of Bill's goes to his father's office to keep a book where he comes across a frightening painting of a woman. This frightens him often. It was Pennywise Joker who scared her. To scare everyone, he resorts to things that were intimidating to him. Bill is going towards the sewer line with his friends. Ben is sitting in the library writing poetry and reading the history of Derry town. He gets information about all the events in the city of Derry by reading the history. Those events were relevant to the deaths of people. Then Ben begins to imagine the mysterious things that were being done by Pennywise. Ben sees a flying balloon there which is not visible to the others. While chasing the balloon, Ben finds many Easter eggs there. And he follows them to the library. Then a headless man with burns proceeds to attack Ben, but he is saved. Henry and his friends capture him as he tries to escape. They tease him a lot, and Henry even writes the letter H on his stomach with a knife. Meanwhile, a couple passes through the same route in their car. Ben calls them for help but is ignored by them. Ben notices a red balloon in the car which indicates that the couple sitting in the car has now been captured by the Pennywise. Somehow, Ben escapes. The mischievous group follows him. On the other hand, Bill along with his friend is looking for his younger brother, but he finds another kid's shoe there. The wounded Ben reaches there before entering in search of Bill's brother. A friend of Bill goes to the sewer line to find Bill's younger brother. There he meets many ghosts and spirits. Pennywise kills him afterwards. Bill and his other friends are buying bandages and other first aid kits, but they are short of money. Beverly is also at the medical store that helps them buy medicines. The friends then offer to bring Beverly to the tank with them. Arriving home, Beverly's father treats her as strangely as ever. Beverly was troubled by her father's behavior. She is very depressed now and cuts her hair in depression. Then all the friends and Beverly have a lot of fun in the tank. Then the friends all go together to Ben's house, where they inspect Ben's history collection in the city of Derry. He explains them that those people who used to live in this city has disappeared one after the other. The strangest thing is that neither any clue was found nor the bodies of the lost people. But near the well in that city were clothes stained with the blood of the dead. No one knew that, who is killing them. Bill's friend Addie is then noticed who is returning home. And on the way, he passes in front of an old house. The time to take his medicine comes at the right time. Stopping there, Eddie starts taking his medicine. At the same time, some voices come from the house which he can hear. Addie got upset hearing these sounds. A hideous, sick, and plain-looking man scares him while Addie is taking his medicines. Scaring him, he is being taken towards that old house. But Addie runs into the back of the house out of fear. And there Eddie confronts Pennywise and runs away. Arriving at home, Beverly finds a poetry card. She goes to the toilet to read. Then she hears children's voices from the wash basin. While reading poetry, she inserts a measuring tape into the wash basin's drain hole. It fills with blood and sticks to the human hair. They drag her to the sink drain hole. Then a large amount of blood flows rapidly through the drain hole of the sink, filling the entire toilet. Beverly is also covered in blood. Hearing her cry, Beverly's father also reaches there. But he reacts as nothing has happened there. Bill remembers his younger brother and senses someone's presence there. And he also notices someone's footprints there. Following in those footsteps, he sees his younger brother leading him to the basement. At first, Bill's younger brother emotionally fools him and later turns into a devil. Pennywise also reaches there and attacks Bill. But Bill escapes at the right time. Then Beverly invites her friends over to her house to show her the toilet. All the children see blood there too. But Beverly wonders, why couldn't her father see it? Everyone cleans the toilet together. Those friends discuss amongst themselves that there must be something wrong. Just then they see Henry's car and Mike's bicycle at a distance. They immediately set out to save Mike's life. On the other hand, Henry and his friends try to force Mike to eat raw meat while beating him. Mike sees Pennywise from afar, who was eating a child's hand. He too was smiling, looking at Mike. Arriving there, the friend starts throwing a lot of stones at Henry while saving Mike. Then those friends were looking through the pamphlets of the missing children. Ben tells them he has read about the city of Derry again. He revealed, "I know that such incidents keep happening every 27 years in the city of Derry. People get lost in such incidents, mostly children. It continues in the initial years but stops later. Then after 27 years it starts happening again. They realize that there is someone who catches them and eats them as soon as they come after 27 years. After hunting big prey, he sleeps comfortably for 27 years. They also know that he scares children in a form that is more frightening to them." Taking all the friends to his house, Ben shows them a map of the city of Derry. They find out by looking at the map that the location of these incidents is linked to the drainage system. And all these drains connect at the place of that old house. These kids immediately understand that Pennywise lives in the old well of that old house. Addie is more scared to learn this. And that tells to turn off the projector, which then automatically displays the screen while changing scenes. Seeing this, everyone is scared and shocked. Then the picture of Bill's younger brother also appears on the screen. Pennywise immediately appears as a picture and scares the kids coming out of the screen. All the kids are scared. But Bill decides to visit the old well to confront Pennywise. Agreeing with Bill, all the children follow him to that old house. Bill says we should stop his activities. Otherwise, this cycle of missing people will continue. And one of them could be his next target and victim. Pennywise shows them a vision of something different as they enter the house. Eddie falls again and is badly injured. Richie, a friend of Bill's, is locked in the room of several clowns, and Pennywise also arrives there. Immediately, Bill saves Richie from opening the door before any damage can be done on Pennywise's behalf. Then Pennywise moves to Addie. But Bill and Richie arrive before Pennywise kills Eddie. And he attacks them both. Beverly then hit Pennywise on the head with an iron rod. Despite this, he does not stop himself from intimidating the children. He injures Ben with his big fingernails, which are terrifying. But all the kids were together when Pennywise was injured, so he left without harming anyone. When he follows him, Bill sees him going into the well. Then all the children run away from that house. Bill tells his friends that they will go back into the house fully prepared and face Pennywise bravely. No one but Beverly agrees with his plan. They say they will never enter there again. When Richie says that his brother is no more, Bill's anger flares up and a fight ensues between Richie and Bill. "Pennywise has a plan to tear you all apart," Beverly explains. Because he knows that unity will make them strong to face him. But no one agrees with her. Henry, on the other hand, noticed a red balloon flying over the letter box near his house, indicating Pennywise's presence. Upon opening the box, Henry finds a knife there. It was his knife that got lost in the woods. After possessing the knife, Henry is completely taken over by Pennywise. He forces Henry to kill his father. Beverly's father tries to seduce her into hostility. But she runs away after kicking her father and then locks herself in the toilet. But Beverly's father enters by breaking the toilet door. She hits sink on her father's head for her safety. As a result, he loses his consciousness due to injury. Also, Bill arrives at Beverly's house in search of her, where he finds her father's body and Pennywise's written message on the wall. "You die if you try." Bill tells all his friends that Pennywise has taken Beverly with him. So they reunite to save Beverly's life. They then return to that house with all the preparations and weapons to face Pennywise. Beverly regains consciousness when a few drops of blood fall on her. She finds herself in a big drain and there is a pile of garbage touching the roof. And there are also flying bodies of children. When she tries to run away, Pennywise attacks her. He scares her, but Beverly bravely confronts him without any fear. Finding her strong, Pennywise shows his true form. And it was Pennywise's light that knocks Beverly unconscious. All the children go down in the well. But when it's time to go down, Mike is attacked by Henry. He tries to kill him, but Mike threw him in the well after fighting him. While coming down, one of their friends gets separated from them. Pennywise attacks him, taking the form of that frightening woman in the painting. He leaves before the rest of the friends arrive in search of their friend. Then Bill also sees his younger brother there. He follows him to Beverly's place. Beverly is in an unbalanced position in the air. Bill then turns to his younger brother after attempting to take him down. When they arrive, all of Beverly's friends help her. But Beverly was unconscious. They all try to restore Ye's senses, but to no avail. Ben then embraces Beverly with warm feelings. As a result, Beverly regains consciousness and breaks free from Pennywise's charms. Pennywise disguises Bill as his younger brother. and he offers him to come home with him. Bill cries after hearing him and says, "I know, you are not my brother." And he shot him with his gun. Then Pennywise attacks them in their original form. All the children face him and unite themselves. But Pennywise grabs the bill. He says to them, "Your fear will further strengthen my strength." He says, "If you leave the bill for me, I will spare your life. And now you can leave. I too would go for 27 years to rest. And you can also go back to your regular life." Pennywise himself has been caught in his said words. And all the children unite themselves and face him. Pennywise tries to intimidate them by taking the form of something scarier to them. But those children remain determined. They even injured Pennywise while thrashing him. The unity of those kids forces Pennywise to accept his defeat. And in fear, Pennywise remains hungry and thirsty for 27 years. And the film also ends here. Thanks for watching and subscribe as it helps the channel.